Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. New developments this evening in the case of a woman charged in the shooting death of her ex-husband. Tracy Grissom's murder case will go before a grand jury. Details now in tonight's top story. On May 15th at Binion Creek Boat Landing on Highway 43, Grissom was arrested after calling police and admitting that she had shot and killed her ex-husband Hunter Grissom. Today, Judge Jim Guin ruled at the conclusion of a 20-minute preliminary hearing that there is probable cause for the case to go before a grand jury. Grissom's attorney, Warren Freeman, does not dispute his client committed the crime, but he does contend she was led to it after years of alleged abuse from her ex-husband, and that she is the victim.
This thing is not, it didn't begin on May 15th, and it won't end even when a jury comes back with a verdict in the case. She's scarred for life by what she's been through.
Alabama Attorney General Luther Strange and his office is handling the prosecution of the case because the Tuscaloosa County District Attorney's Office was prosecuting the rape and sodomy charges against Hunter Grissom at the time of his death. His family left the courthouse today without speaking to reporters. In other news, rain. It is officially made its mark in some parts of West Alabama today, but as Victoria Sheehan shows you, sometimes lack of rain isn't the only problem when it comes to producing water for an entire county.
The clouds rolled in, and Pickens County got something other parts of the state can only thirst for.
We're still under on the water table, and if the rain will continue, then I think we should be okay. But if we go through a drought like we did last year, we're probably going to be in a lot of trouble.
It just got done raining here in Carrollton, and as you can imagine, that's a welcome sight for the people of Pickens County. Because unlike the rest of the state, they not only had to battle dry conditions, but something else entirely when it came to producing water.
We've always bought 150 gallons a minute from the city of Reform, and they're having trouble, so they have cut us off. Right now we're having to shift our water sources, and it's making our wells run around the clock.
According to House, Reform has been having well issues, and Pickens County has offered their help. But for now, they must wait.
I talked to their superintendent, and they're trying to work on it, and we've offered our assistance, and we have helped them with some of their problems. And we've notified some of our bigger customers, said they may have low pressure. They said they hope to have where they can let us back on them by Monday. So that's what we're hoping for.
But until the rain prevails, officials say it's up to the residents.
That 150 gallons we'd always depended on, we hadn't got this summer. So that has caused us to be a little short, but if folks will cooperate and just conserve a little bit, I think we'll all get through this.
I haven't washed my car in a while. That's one big thing. Other than that, there's really not much more you can do. I mean, you have to shower, you have to water your plants.
Are you prepared to make some cuts with water?
Yes.
Reporting in Pickens County, Victoria Sheehan, WVUA News.
And House says Pickens County has plans for 2 more wells to be made this year. One is set to begin operating in August. He says that will alleviate the pinch the county is currently feeling. Well, as for the weather and whether or not we'll get any more rain this weekend, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott with the first check on Alabama's home team forecast. Richard, good evening to you.
Hey, John, good Friday evening to you. Home Team Interactive Radar, pretty quiet across the area now. We had active shower storms over the western half of the state earlier today. Now this activity is starting to make its way into East Alabama from the state of Georgia. All this activity actually moving from east to west, which is kind of backwards in the normal direction, thanks to the upper level winds from east to west. Now what's going to happen is these showers and storms you see today, this afternoon, moving into East Mississippi now. More storms developing east of Interstate 65 this evening. Some of those could make it into West Alabama later tonight, but the chance for rain tonight, I think, is pretty small across much of the area. 77 now in the city of Tuscaloosa, 82 back in Utah, 83 in Marion. Here's your weekend forecast. Saturday, Sunday, not an all-day type of rain, but a couple of thunderstorms just like today going to be in the area. Saturday and Sunday, chance for rain at 40%, highs in the upper 90s. What about the rest of the forecast? And the beach forecast, weather is straight ahead.
All right, Richard, thank you. See you in a little bit. Well, University of Alabama officials are continuing their search for the school's next president, and it appears a candidate from the Lone Star State is a heavy favorite. Texas Tech University President Dr. Guy Bailey will interview with the UA System Board of Trustees on Wednesday. UA System Chancellor Robert Witt says the interview will be open to the public. In a release from UA, Witt says Bailey has emerged as a leading candidate by a wide margin. He is an Alabama native and 2-time graduate of UA. He was also previously chancellor of the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and provost and executive vice president at the University of Texas at San Antonio. Alabama Governor Robert Bentley spent today with Airbus officials in Germany. This comes after the company announced plans to build a plant in Mobile that would create about 1,000 new jobs for Alabamians. Bentley said he met with officials in 2 German cities to discuss plans for the aircraft facility. He also met with representatives from Mercedes-Benz about their strategy to introduce production in advance of the new C-Class vehicle. Bentley will be in England on Sunday to speak with officials from aviation and aerospace companies.